Good evening YouTube. So today we are, as promised, testing out Shao Yun exclusive tree. So what I've gone and done is actually pulled a lot of shards to get the legendary Dragon Eye from the Gift of the Heaven event. And I've decided to use it on Shao Yun to get her exclusive tree because I'm interested in seeing if she can be a carry in this game, seeing as everyone got her for free in the anniversary event sign in. And you might be wondering, should I use my eyes on her? And I'm going to tell you today if I think that is a good idea or not. Now, you've seen my series, you've seen exclusive 0, 1 and 2, and this is the final video in the Shao Yun series. So let's go check her out. So as you can see, the stats are the same as in the other videos. I've not changed any gear, I've not changed anything. All I did was give her the last eye, so now she's exclusive tree. Let's start by looking at what exclusive tree is doing. It says here, if gust attack doesn't inflict a kill, inflict severe wound and weakness 2 on the target for 2 turns and grants self 1 layer of might overload. Each layer of might overload increases gust attack damage dealt by 180% up to 2 layers. So basically she's putting in severe wound, which is something internal injury attack is needed. And the weakness 2 debuff is 80% less shielded effect, which is huge in PvP and PvE. Might Overload is giving her 180% extra damage on her gust attack and stacks 2 times, so 360% extra damage. That is huge. Now it says here, removes all Might Overload after Shao Yun inflicts a kill, which means on bosses she won't lose the debuff, she'll just have 360% extra damage on her strong skill 4 attack. Now, for every 2 cast of gust attack, Shao Yun also restores some stance value immediately and gains 1 layer of unstoppable strength. Now, each layer increases self skill damage dealt by 25%, up to 5 layers, so that is 125% skill damage for self, which she will also be stacking. So that sounds huge on paper, let's go check it out. Right, so the first content we'll check out in is Wuthering Coast. We've done Wuthering Coast test on the other exclusive 1, 2 and also 0. And I'm going to be using this same team that we've been using for the other test, just so we have a comparison. Now, this is not a perfect team by all means, and this is just to show off if in case you don't have a Dianmu like Indra and Dianmu, and you have a Mosi instead, what can you do? Now, obviously Muringjing is a limited hero, he's new, he's on the banner at the moment as of this video. Try to get him if you can, he's super strong at exclusive 0. He's mostly there for the sustain because he heals a lot, he gives a lot of damage reduction, stuff like that. He's not really doing any damage or buffing her damage. So for comparison, we are just like in the last video at exclusive 2, Mosi and Shao Yun was 400 million damage each, or rightly so, within a few percentages of each other all the time. Let's go and see how it looks now. Alright, so we can see here that by giving her the last exclusive eye, her damage is almost tripled. It almost tripled her damage. So she's doing almost 1200 million damage now, and you can clearly see here now that as of this test here, she is officially much stronger than exclusive 3 Mosi. So that was huge, and if this was just a regular team for me, I think almost 2000 million damage here is huge for any Wuthering Coast, and especially for a new account, right? Now let's just check it out with the team that I would be using with Indra on auto. You can probably get some manual stuff with Little Jack and Big Jack, whatever. I'm a bit lazy in this one, so I'm just going to auto it. Let's see how it looks in a team with Indra and Dianmu. Now here you can see she's almost doing 2000 million damage, and Indra is doing approximately the double. We all know Indra is something unique, he is something in his own class, especially when it comes to boss killing. So the comparison to him is not really that nice. However, you can see here, you can clearly see here that she's doing a lot of damage, and she's doing a lot more damage than a lot of my other characters. Now, for example, if I had to compare her to one of my other characters, I'd probably go with one of my beloved ones, Morikis. I really love this new bleed hero that we got not so long ago. and she has some of my strongest gear. You can clearly see here she's also breakthrough 4, so I've used some resources on her. I really put a lot of stuff into her, and you can see here she's doing 200 million damage by herself, and she has great gear here, right? 204 affected, mastery is good, she gets a lot of mastery in game from the affected, blah blah blah, attack is high, and you can clearly see here that she has almost 9k more attack than Shao Yun, and Shao Yun is barely, just barely a little bit less damage than Morik is. So for a free sign-in hero, I believe that is fantastic. Now let's check her out on guild boss. Like, can she kill a guild boss? We will start with Guild Boss 5. That might be the content that you are at the moment. You probably have a team that looks like this. You will have Shao Yun, Catherine, Ben Austin, maybe an all like a space, whatever. It's some of the basic heroes that you get pretty early game. Let's see if she can kill the boss here. She can. My Nordic is doing a lot of damage, so let's remove Nordic because we don't want the test to be inflicted by him. So another like beginner hero you could get, maybe you have a Nita instead. So let's just put Nita in and see if we can still win, and it's still winnable. So we are one keying the Guild Boss 5. Let's check Guild Boss 6, see how that goes. See if we can one key the Guild Boss 6, and we can almost kill Guild Boss 1, one key Guild Boss 6. Let's see. So I think if I just do one change here, I'm just changing a little bit here. I will be changing, let's say, who do we have here? We're missing an attack buff on Shao Yun, so I think we will give her some attack buff here from Rista. Rista is going to give attack buff to Shao Yun. Let's see if she can solo the boss. And the boss is dead, and it only took 14 turns to kill the boss. And so now you can see exclusive 3, she's actually one-shotting the Guild Boss 6, which means now you can use your other keys on Guild Boss 5 and 4. If you have the monthly card, you can get all 3 keys in here every day, and that is fantastic. So that's fantastic. Now let's check her out in faction app. Is she a boss killer now? Can she kill the Saka City boss here? We will go with a team like this, I think. Yes, let's go with this team. Last time we tried this, it didn't go that well. I must admit, I did a few pre-testing the other day. Everything went very nice, and then when I had to show them video, we completely died on the boss. So hopefully this won't be the same this time. Let's just see. This time my arena rating is a bit up. I'm in Diamond 3 at the moment. I've been doing a bit of auto arena, and so that will definitely affect my passive stats. Now let's see here the boss. I should get some attacks in before. We don't have any. Do we have? Yes, we got attack down. That is good. So the boss, we should not be one shot here. I think we might survive. Okay, maybe not. I've maybe talk too quickly. Let's see if faction can maybe risk my Xiongmin. Okay, so this is gonna be horrendous again, I think, unless she can kill the boss. Now this is not a perfect setup, right? I mean, we have Mosi. I could have put in my Murung Jin and my Sun Wukong, my Indra, whatever, and we would have killed the boss. So there might be, maybe I'm just being a bit too like cocky to try and see if we can do it with some heroes that are not really like mandatory. I mean, okay, Sun Wukong is pretty strong. You probably don't have him. But an Indra would just one-shot the boss, so that would be pretty boring as well, right? So what we could do is just do like a last test here with a Nero, who can also heal, and let's just see if we can get anything off here. And let's see. Now we can also see Shao Yun on the waves. You can see here she is one-shotting the trash here when she gets a turn, and also because of one of her exclusives, she's actually counter-attacking even though she's not being hit when she has the Silent Force buff. And you can clearly see here that she is strong. She's also putting provoke on everyone that she's hitting, which is also a nice thing, because then obviously she's going to be hit and she'll counter attack and kill people, so that is also nice. So let's see here the boss. Let's just make sure that we have our cooldowns ready for the boss. This is the boss. Let's see here. So yeah, we're gonna test out with the terminal boost, do this here, do this, and I'm just gonna manual the start here just to like plan the debuff here on the boss. and from here we will just let it go on auto, and let's see if we can survive this time. Now we have another healer, and Nero should be able to heal a bit, and let's see if that is enough to keep us alive. We don't really have a shield in this setup. I think that is probably what we're missing. You would get that from Sun Wukong, you would get it from Indra if you had him, and obviously Morongjin will just make this a piece of cake because he's reducing the damage on the boss with like 50 or 80% or something like that. That is huge, right? So Sun Wukong and Morongjin together would be a piece of cake. Now this content is normally not a issue for me, and you can see here that just placing in the healer was all we needed. We just needed some healing. You can definitely see here exclusive 3, she's doing a lot of damage. The boss was easy to kill. I did not use Indra, Sun Wukong or any of the other limited heroes. I just used this guy here, everyone can pick him. And then the rest of the Saga City, and we cleared it very nice and easy. So I mean, campaign health 1210 is probably not worth it to show anymore. We already showed at exclusive 2 that she could solo that kind of content, so there's no issue there, right? Now let's see, actually Internal Force is open today. Let's just see if she can be used in this content here. And in this content here I will probably remove faction actually, and then just put her in. And let's see what happens here, because then we are using this team here. You cannot use Sun Wukong in this internal injury tag, he doesn't have the tag, so it is what it is. And let's just see here what they do on auto. I haven't progressed this, so we might die. I haven't really been trying it, but I'm just like, I just want to see if she can kill, if she can do some damage, right? Obviously Indra will be doing most of the damage, and I just want to see like if this Lam boss here he's very strong, this Lam boss here. I actually hate this boss. He's quite annoying, and now my Diano is dead, I can see, so I don't have any like real good support now, which is unfortunate. I don't have a cleanser, I don't have a, well, we do have a little bit of cleanse from him, but yeah, you can see here we're dying. I just wanted to see if she could do any damage without being prepared for the team. You can actually see she's doing more damage than Indra. Obviously he died a bit before, but you can see how like he's so dependent on Diano that he's not doing any damage when she's dead. So obviously Shao Yun will just like overtake that damage. We'll probably remove Indra from that team. I'm going to progress in this content after the video and see how far we can go. But anyways guys, I think that is what I needed to show today. Maybe we can do a purgatory here just to see, because I've actually been a bit stuck in this content here. And we can try and remove Guhana and just put in, because now we have the severe wound from Shao Yun. It might be nice. And let's just make sure that she starts out with this here, and see if maybe this here is what we need. Now this will just be the last test for us guys. I'm just going to like see if we can survive here. And in this content, this is endgame content obviously. I'm not afraid to say that exclusive 3 is insanely good at beginner and mid game. She will be able to carry you. Perhaps we should try a dungeon just to finish it off, since we have the triple event going on at the moment. You're probably wondering, can she be used in dungeons to carry stuff? And I think we should try her out actually. She's doing obviously a lot of damage here on the boss, so let's try her out in a dungeon instead of this. I'm pretty sure I would have gotten that boss down anyways, but let's just pull her into a ROM and do a 40 ROM 40 here together with, and let's go with what should we go with? Let's take this team here. No, let's just take, you know what, let's make a new team here. Just put in a new team and see what happens. I'm gonna use obviously it's stage 40, right? So you want some kind of survivability. So I'm going to use this guy and this guy here, and then we'll put in Shao Yun, and then we also put in should we go for a Lydia? Also, I think we should go for a Lydia and then go for Santa, just to see, because we want the attack buff for Shao Yun as well. So this is just like to see if she's doing anything on waves and all that stuff there. So let's just do like this, boom 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 boom, And yeah, let's just go. Rest is on default, should be fine. Let's go and check it out, guys. So this is just going to be the last test here for this. I just want to see if she can do anything on waves. How much damage does she do? Let's see here. Okay, so she's doing maybe, I say, around 20% HP or something like that each hit. That is quite good, I guess. Now she's got the buff. You can see it here. She's got 2 layers of that, so her gust attack will hit harder now. You saw there she killed the Santa or whatever it was, and her buff actually reset. But you can see now it's back to 2 here, so she's doing 360% more damage, and she's going to kill someone, I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. So obviously this is ROM 40. Normally I would use my Erato and some other, but this is just for testing, right, guys? So as you can see, she's hitting for 4 million damage actually with these buff here, and that, I think that is quite good. I think that's quite good. Yeah, you can see here we're getting through the first wave here. So this was just, maybe this team is too defensive, but I just wanted to see if she could do anything. And you can clearly see here that she is doing a lot of damage. Now my Sun Wukong is very strong, I'm not gonna lie. So he might out damage her in the end. We'll just have to see that. So this run here could be a few minutes actually. So I'm just going to pause it here and then I'll be back at the boss. Right, so I'm back at the boss here, and we did take a huge hit here to start with. And Shao Yun did get the debuff from the Nagarama guy. And that was kinda that kinda hurt. I think my apple from Santa actually went off there in the beginning. I wasn't as protected as I was hoping on, but I don't have exclusive 2 on my Brewing Jin, so he would need to be faster than the boss to apply his debuffs and buffs, and he's not. So without showing me the boost in the team, then obviously the boss is going to nuke me. Luckily I have the Sun Wukong shielding from the beginning, so that is nice. But let's see here, let's see how much damage she does on the boss. You can already see it actually if you're looking very close, that she is doing a lot of damage. She just nuked the ad there, so obviously her mighty strength or whatever it was called has reset. But now it is back again, I think, to every time she uses the gust attack, she is stacking it, it's back to 2 now. And you can also see on the debuff, on the buff here, sorry, that she has 5 layers of that that other thing that increases her skill damage. And if you go and look at her skill damage, if you take a look at her skill damage, it is actually 195% skill damage at the moment with that buff, and also a Resolute 2 buff. That she is also having. So that is huge actually. Almost 200% skill damage is insane. Obviously that means you can probably focus on other sets than Devour because of diminishing returns. Like you might be having a better, like more damage from an attack mastery set, the penetration set, and the other sets, because she already has some more skill damage, that adding more and more and more is just less percentage wise, right? And so yeah, that's just one thing to think about, I guess, on her. But you can clearly see here that when she hits the boss, he takes a lot of damage. This is going to be close to the turn cap actually, a lot closer than I thought, but obviously this is not my normal team. And I'm just testing this out. I did not plan this team before the video, so this is like I've just plugged them in, right? And you can clearly see that she can do ROM 40, which is the boss that you need to farm for the speed set. Now let's see when the boss is dead how much of the damage she actually dealt, how much is Sun Wukong, and we will see here. Alright, so we're back here at the screen, and you can clearly see Sun Wukong is not doing any damage compared to her. I actually thought Sun Wukong would be doing a lot more damage since he is crit capped. He has like 400% crit damage and a million HP, and he is hitting like a truck in all other content. But it's pretty clear to see here that she is very nice and very strong. And obviously you can mix and match your team so that it fits. All I wanted to show was if she was viable at endgame and she is, so definitely she's also viable at early and mid game. Alright guys, that is it for now. This video has been pretty long, but I'm hoping you are here to the end. If you are, don't forget to like and subscribe. Alright, cheers, bye.